Hello. We're live. Hello in the chat. Thank you, Infinite Burrito. Shout out. Check out Infinite Burrito's channel. All right. So, can everyone hear me? Nice. It's working now. Okay. So, today we're going to be composing a piece for concert band really quick. Let's check and see if our keyboard works. Is that working in the chat? Keyboard working for us? Nice. Everything looks good. All right. So today we're going to be writing a full band piece from start to finish. I don't know if we'll finish, but we'll get started, and we'll show you what the process looks like. That's basically what I've intended this live stream to be about. So first, I'm going to share my screen. All right, here's our finale file. And we are going to start. I normally start with composing a melody. There's lots of different ways you could start. You could start with chords if you want to think more horizontal, more like vertically rather than linearly, right? Linearly going this way, vertically just going that way. Simple, very simple terms. So basically, the first thing we need to do, is create our melody. General things for that I like with a melody is I like it to have a like a main peak in it, and so we just have to think of where we want to start, where we kind of want to go to, where our peak is, and then where we want to end. Those are kind of some general things I think of when I'm writing a melody. So another thing that I do or like to do when I start is I like to start with a grand staff. It's not this is not an instrumentation for a full band instrumentation, but I like to start with a grand staff to put ideas on, and then I like to orchestrate that onto another score that has got the band instrumentation on it. So yes, so that will be the first thing we'll do. We'll write a melody. I think to keep things very easy, we will probably start in C minor. I've got the thing keyless, so I'll go ahead. I'll change the first few bars to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's change just the first line. Oh, key signature. And minor key. And let's do C minor. Okay. So we changed the first few bars here to C minor, and we'll start there. And in general, I think it's probably easiest to outline a start on the tonic, the one chord. So we'll go C in the bass. Oh, let's change that to half a note, and we'll do a C up here. actually, let's actually put E flat up here. Maybe try to go for like more of an open voicing, so we don't get too, I guess, blocked in. So we have kind of room for stuff to fit on the grand staff. And okay. Okay. So we just did something just very simple. I just basically went up the scale starting on the third of the scale, and then we just let down to the C again, home. So, what can we do next? I kind of like this idea that was kind of going out of C minor a little bit. Um, maybe we could develop into like a new center area. Oh, in the chat, a nice melody in there. Yeah, I like this idea in general. I think it needs a little more substance to it. Add a drone. Yeah, so we've got C in the bass. So we've got this our tonic. I guess, yeah, we could use that as a drone or even a pedal, maybe pedal C. Just keep it there. Just like, what do we think? I kind of like this. Oh yeah, and then I guess so anytime we do something as well, we want to uh give some idea, I guess, or like sense of consistency. And one good way to do that is just to repeat things. Repeat them in and repeat them in different ways. So, we'll probably end up taking this scalar idea here, and the pulse would add rhythmic qualities and make it more daintily, I think, in a sad way. It does depend on what you're going for, right? And we're kind of just developing this as we go. We don't have a necessarily roadmap in mind for this one. Uh, Let's see, but I like the pedal. I like keeping the pedal there, but then I do like going back to this E flat in the bass here. We had the G there, but let's put the G somewhere else. Let's put the 5 somewhere else. We'll put it just on the next bar, and we'll change this. Oh. Let's see. I like that. I like that. Whatever that is, parallel motion or whatever that thing is. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. And we'll keep the quarter note just to repeat and legitimize what we just did. So far we have that intro lick. And I like going up, I think, in the bass, because it feels like we're leading somewhere. So maybe that F and that D, where our melody comes back on the D there. I believe that's what we played. Yeah. Yeah, wait. We played E flat in the bass there. And so we'll put on the end of 4. Let's see. E flat here. And then land here. Okay. And I like this too. It's kind of let's see. It's we're really going. We're kind of outlining 1 and 4 here. It looks like so. Our C, we're in C minor, so C, and our F. So I think we could maybe lead into F minor or. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, and then that would put our E flat. I guess it would be like a like F7 or something there. Let's see. Let's play it one more time. Having trouble figuring out where we want to come in on that. Let's see. Two, three, and we'll just put it on for now. We'll tie. I don't know if this is exact rhythm of what we played. Oh, turn down the velocity. Do you mean volume? Volume of the keyboard? Keyboard's a little hot. Okay. I'll turn up my headphones a little bit. Maybe I can hear closer to what everyone's hearing. All right. How about this? You good? All right. I'm gonna assume that's good. We're gonna keep going forward. All right. 2, 3, and 4. Oh. All right. So right there. All right. And turn up a little bit. Up more. All right. How's that? All right. Sounds good. All right. And so we got this idea. It's really simple. A lot of quarter note values. We have a little bit of little bit of variety though. So, um, yeah, I think I want to lead. I want to with this. I think maybe lead all the way into F minor. Maybe that can happen later though. Maybe that can happen later. We can maybe build up to that. And I guess one way we might do that is by adding in notes that are outside the key signature, and just in order to get ourselves used to hearing F minor, uh, going from C minor. Uh, but I don't want to do it yet. I think maybe we should go to the 5 for a bit, or actually we should stay on F. I think that's what we should do. We should stay on F and then maybe go to the 5. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's what I kind of hear the piece wanted to do here is I guess lead up and stay on that A flat in there, which would be the third of F minor chord. So yeah, I kind of like that. What do we think in the chat? Where do we think we should go? Yeah, and we should do a pause there, like how we're playing it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 3. Oh, actually, we're doing here. There in the bass, or at least what I'm trying to play. Maybe I'm not writing exactly what I'm playing, but we're getting pretty close. Add a turn. Da 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 da. Oh, then 5 to 1. 5 to 1. So go into the G. Yeah, I kinda wanted to go to the 5 and like stay there for a minute. Possibly, and before we go back to 1. I think that would give us kind of a little bit of like a suspense. Maybe breaks some of this up just for continuity, so we're not constantly hearing quarter notes. That's kind of what I'm trying to do now. Just kind of create that tie. Also creating that tie on beat to that weak beat to strong is kind of creating an. If we do it enough times, it kind of will. I believe it will create a natural syncopation. Go to G minor. We got an anarchist in the chat. let's write. Let's figure out sort of what that is. Right, put that down. So we got A flat in the bass. Oh yeah. Let's see. Maybe we'll do this. Mhm. All right, so we're gonna just kind of write down kind of close to what we're playing. We can always change it later if it's not the exact rhythms. I like to just get some material down. We'll have the recording to fall back on if I'm not putting down exact rhythms and things like that. So we'll be okay there. The main thing I think is to get this repetition, this E flat to F here. Yep. Let's see. Just get rid of that. Done. One. Keep an A flat there. Ding bum bum. Right. Ding. And we'll do a dotted quarter here. I think this is kind of close to what we were doing. Yep. Okay, so this might be our chance here to go to another area, I think. So we said F minor, G minor. We could go to G minor. We could go fully into G minor. We go into the 5 of 5. That's maybe a little advanced for our audience. Secondary keys and things, but let's see. So we left off on that F, and then So how do we? So I guess the question now then, how do we lead into that? I think we'll start and go ahead and putting down the G, the root of the chord, up here, and then I think maybe first inversion. So we need a B flat, I think, in the bass, maybe. F sharp. That's a good idea. I was sort of thinking that myself, or maybe I just said that. Yeah, how about we hold on to that? We'll just keep it simple for right now. F sharp, G, right there. Maybe, or maybe stronger. Okay, so now might actually be a good time to think more in chords here. So we're trying to go to G in first inversion, just because I think that's maybe a little smoother here. Could be wrong, but I think that's maybe a little smoother. And I like the B flat up here, actually. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe including that F sharp N is good. So if we wanted to go into G as a secondary key area, I think that F sharp's really good because it's implying that it's the leading tone. I think. Yeah. So you kind of hear that leading tone into G. Mm. Mm. And then let's put no, we don't want to be flat there. D there maybe. Yeah, I kind of like this voicing, but maybe the D flat lower, so we have more of an open voicing. Maybe we're not so close to the F sharp. Maybe put octaves here, right? Trombone and tuba, because this is a band piece. Oh, yes, I like this chord. I don't really know if we're in G minor or kind of working our way into being keyless here. But let's see what that is, just because we're just kind of experimenting here. And we'll take the E flat, we'll transpose it up 1 octave. Maybe roll this chord. I don't know how that would happen in band. I don't know. There's not a lot of rolling chords in band, but might be a way to get a similar effect or something. or maybe like Vibes, put it on something like that. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. But we want to go down to that D after probably. So E5 D. So the chord we want to land on is spelled out. I'll just put a rest here for now. We got a D in the bass. Next we got a F sharp. I like that F sharp because we used it to lead up to the G, so we're kind of hearing F sharp again. We're hearing similar sounds again. We get a B flat. And yeah, and then a D. Right? Yeah. And I think in the previous chord, maybe we keep the B flat, right? Keep the wait. Oh wait, I didn't put an F sharp. Maybe I'll put it here for now. And we'll keep it. Maybe tie it. Oh, tie it. And like C sharp, so we got a kind of leading chord here, right? And tie this over, hold that. So it's this. Oh yeah. Kind of like a space, maybe like a space theme or something. Yes. Yes, in the chat. Yes, we like the leading chord. Okay. Is that a yes, we like the leading chord? All right. So we've been going about 40 minutes here. We got a pretty good start to our piece. Let's see. This is our first time streaming on here. I don't know if we'll be able to hear a playback. Let's test that out and see if we hear a playback here. Yeah. Yeah, we could. Oh, we don't hear it. We don't hear it. Okay, maybe that's a good thing. All right, we're gonna work out that kink for next time. And I think with that, I have a few comments that I'd like to make. I think we should hold on this downbeat. Oh, get rid of the rest. Hold on the downbeat, right? Maybe we can look to create some more suspense with this leading chord. So it's a, like a more of a, not to the point where it's jarring, but just enough to where maybe you hear emphasis on that C sharp and F sharp. And is that getting close to leading us into G minor? Let's see if that's. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of I'm not really hearing. I don't even know if I'm hearing a key. You don't have to hear a key necessarily. It can be keyless. So yeah, so I think with that, where do we want to take it? Because now, are we really going into G? I mean, are we going to go back into G here? Are we going to, is that what we're going to do? Is that what the piece wants to do, right? Is it, is it what, is it what we hear in the sound? What do you hear in the sound? Comment down below. Thank you. Oh, wait, actually, I like that better. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe we do something kind of deceptive and we lead back. Maybe we lead back into this G chord, right? And then maybe we haven't had a new key area. We'll go and change the key signature since we said G minor earlier. All right. So now we can better see it visually. What notes do we have in common with C minor to G minor? Infinite Burrito doesn't hear it. I don't hear it either. I think for now it's keyless, or I think mostly that's just a leading chord. Yeah, I was kind of thinking. I was almost thinking like a D minor in there because now that I put that C sharp, it sounds like a leading tone. Yeah, and we have a D minor chord, don't we? Nah. D major chord. Oh, that's what we wrote. Huh. Weird. So now we're kind of going into D, G, D, C. We're somewhere in there, right? But yeah, really, we could go just kind of wherever we want to. We're kind of opened up with this. I wanted to really quick though, before we get too bogged down. I only wanted to stream for like about an hour on here, and this is just the way it goes sometimes. We're only 8 measures in. We're like a phrase in. I got caught up just experimenting and talking through the piece a little bit. And it's also it's one thing to write music, it's another thing to stream and write music and still try to keep it engaging. So that is definitely a challenge that is new for me. So we're all learning here. But I think we could just take this first opening measure here, right? I think we could put it here maybe. And this, I mean, we might do this later. We could sequence it, right? Take it again. Nope. No. How do I just copy? Why don't I just copy that? There we go. And do it again. And so now we can sequence this, outlining it with a chord, like in chords even. So what's our first note up here? We have what is that? B flat, C, D, E flat. Yeah. So this would fit. I think probably just for now the easiest thing, just put a G in the bass so we know it's G, right? and we have our third B flat up there. Uh, I'm gonna. All right, all right. We'll see you later, Infinite Burrito. Great to have you on here. We will fix the audio playback for next time. Figure out how to get that working. Um, so sounds good. We're wrapping up here. We're kind of getting to the end of the hour, anyways. Just want to mention sequencing real quick because we want to cover uh just some different devices just to give maybe some new composing people out there who are new to it, give them some ideas. So just as like an example, we could take this G and like let's say we're going to go into G minor like we talked about. Then we could go, I guess, to the go to 5 again. So we can go to our D. And so in G minor, we don't have F sharp, G flat. But let's say we wanted to go keyless. I don't know, because we kind of did this leading thing up to D here. I'm gonna put a D major chord just because. Just because that's what we heard earlier, or at least it's kind of what I led to inadvertently. And sometimes that just happens. I just kind of go with it as it happens. So we'll just go with our this D major. We got D, F sharp. And we need, what other note do we need? We need an A. So we will take whatever note this B flat's closest to, and guess what? It's closest to an A rather than an F sharp in our chord D major. So I think, yeah. So we'll take that and we're going to transpose this down a half step. This kind of worked out nicely. So we'll say second, diatonically, yes, because we want to do it within the scale. So diatonically. Okay. And then now we're kind of starting to create this sequence. And then, so we went down by a half step. We don't have to go down by a half step again. Just so we don't sound too much like maybe classical music, we'll go down. Fifth is kind of too much. Let's do this and see what happens here. Maybe what chord we could voice this with. So, oh, we'll go down another second because we want to do a third from what we did. So we want to go a line down, right? Boom. All right, so ended up on the F. And then what we can do now is ask ourselves kind of what we did earlier, right? So that we can have some more repetition and not just keep inventing new things, but reuse what we already have, because we already have like a good bit of material. And probably for like classical music standards, we have too much even, maybe. So So we landed on that F. Okay. So what did we do earlier? We had that pedal F and then that A flat, right? Yeah. So yeah, we could actually use just an F, F major, F minor, whatever quality. Not too concerned about the quality, because, it's like we said, we don't have to stay in a key. We can stay, in C. We can go back to C minor, kind of. Do pretty much, do whatever we like. Um, okay, so let's just say if we were gonna do that F, let's put it down here. Let's make it a half note. And maybe instead of hitting it all at the same time, maybe we spread it out and maybe we kind of match that pedal pattern we did earlier. So maybe we do F there, and with the bass lines, you can hop around in the bass, pretty much all you want. You just got to be careful a little bit. Um, like the way you voice things, because you might have things, you might have parallel fifths, you might have um parallel octaves. Generally is okay, but really all of it now in I guess in where we are now in time and in music, it is acceptable, but in classical music, you don't want to have parallel fifths and things like that. So, but usually I'll check for parallel and hidden fifths and things like that later. After I've already done something, I'll go back and check it. Um, let's see. And let's do an A flat. FAC would be our chord, and we'll do something like that. So yeah. So I mean, this is a pretty good start. Um, we didn't really get to an ending place. Let's see what that sounds like really quick. Just that last measure. So the top line would be this. B flat. Yep. Okay, so we have B flat and E flat. Huh. Yeah, so I don't that's a second. We don't really want that. So let's go back and edit. Let's actually end on that F. Yeah, seconds for band, because we're dealing with wind players. So generally speaking, we also want the band people to kind of feel comfortable playing. We don't want to put close intervals that maybe are going to make them second guess. Maybe they might think they're out of tune or something, and we'll put the F up there. How about that? Make everyone happy here, but well, can't always make everyone happy, but we'll see. We want them to like playing it, so Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna change that to an A flat. That slipped up on me. Oh, it kind of almost sounds like a question here. Oh yeah, kind of like that. And we still have everything kind of nice and open. Kind of into, kind of have those, kind of have that broken chord or arpeggiation kind of very spaced. That's C, A flat, right? And in general, we landed here on like what is that? A sixth. So yeah, generally thirds and sixes, constant intervals, generally more pleasing to hear. So yeah, it's good to land on that. I guess depending on what kind of effect you want. But I think for this sequence, it's definitely a good choice. So, yeah, so maybe just so you can hear that sequence, maybe try to play it really quick from the beginning, and then we'll probably hop off here. And then all right. And there's our sequence. So with the bass in there. Oh, let me try that again. Okay. Yeah, and I didn't start in the right octave designation, but it doesn't matter. You got the general idea of the sequence and kind of how it works. Basically, sequencing is just another device. I'll introduce at least one device that you might use. I call them devices. They're kind of just like tools that you would use if you wanted to repeat something, but you want to make it sound different. But you also want who's ever listening to it to have a uh, sense of familiarity with it, right? Because we want to have some congruency in the piece. Just going forward with it. Um, and in general, it's easier to repeat ideas and do things like sequencing. You can fragment stuff. All fragmenting is we might take a piece of our phrase, right? Create a motive, kind of like we just did. Um, we kind of split our melody into two pieces here, and this generally, this is kind of a shorter melody. What it's like, um, well, no, it's a good length, I guess. Um, I would say our melody kind of ends on at the end of the fourth measure, and then we kind of get into some weird territory at beginning of measure five. Uh, yeah. So, but in general, this is just how I would go about. Um, this might be one way that I would go about writing a new piece. And in general, um, just in general, this happens to be for concert band, just because I come from a band world, concert band, and um, yeah, I wanted to show people just how I would start, because I've had a lot of questions as I've learning and throughout my education, just people asking me how you do it, and here's one way how you could start doing it. And as we go forward in live streams, videos, things like that, we'll explore different ways. And I'd like to revisit this piece also. Maybe we can actually finish it out. Maybe we have enough material. Usually, in the initial stages of writing a piece, you're kind of getting your material, getting your bearings, where you want to go. And then sometimes, if I just kind of keep riffing and creating new ideas, and I'll want to end it, I'll actually go and write the ending first. And then that way we know where we started and where we end. And so it becomes easier, more predictable to fill in the middle, and kind of makes it easier. It makes the workflow easier, and makes it easier on whoever's writing it too, I think. So just some general ideas. And with that, I will conclude the live stream. Everyone be safe out there, and keep rocking. Thank you. Have a good night. This has been the Cozy Composers Corner. Thank you.